Okay, that's me pretty much ready to start working. Today is gonna be a little video about my working day because I know you guys are curious. So just to clarify, I am doing odd jobs and freelance work right now. I'm working on a couple portfolio pieces, stuff that's just gonna make my portfolio look good. So yeah, we're just gonna be working on improving. It is too early in the morning, my brain really isn't functioning. So today's portfolio piece, I'm just starting by getting straight into the design on the canvas and having a bit of fun with shapes and text to see where it goes and what inspires me. Right now I don't really have any ideas. Usually at the start I have some sort of idea, but today I'm really just going in blind and seeing what comes up on the way. I think this usually happens when I have creative block, and the best way for me to get over creative block is to just open a canvas and start making something. And then the idea for the portfolio piece popped in my head. So I'll run you through my workflow. It usually starts with coming up with the idea for the app and then kind of thinking what person would use that app and what do they care about? Like what matters to them when they're using the app? And this is where having a good sense of empathy and putting yourself in someone else's shoes can come in handy. So my idea is a health and fitness tracker, but for your pets. Pretty cool. I don't know if this already exists. As I mentioned, I'm gonna start thinking about people with pets and what matters to them. And usually I'd do some sort of market research on this, but this is just for fun. And I've had pets before. I've been a pet owner. My family's had a bunch of pets. So I think I can empathize. So what do people care about when it comes to their pets? When I lived in Australia, we had 10 pugs. Yes. My family. Technically my mom cared for them all, but we had 10 pugs. And if I could put a freaking sleeping tracker on all of them, I can tell you right now, I'd be comparing that data every single day. I'd be like, right, get Pugly's bed away from Betty Boop because he sleeps better next to Pixie. 2 out of those 3 dogs I mentioned have passed away, RIP. Also, if I had pets that could sort of wander freely around the streets, like a cat would, I would want to know exactly where they are at all times. I had a few cats get lost on me. Nutella, if you're out there on the streets, if you're still alive, please come back. So right here you can sort of see that I'm mapping out the features that I think would be important based on research that I didn't really do. Live location tracking, activity and exercise tracking, sleep quality tracking, if we're gonna get spicy. And let's add in a little walk or feeding schedule for fun. So I'm gonna get straight into the design. Right here, you can see that I am starting with the activity tracking rings. I'm also adding in a screenshot of a random location on Google Maps that I found in London, somewhere with a park. So this is the live location of Poodles, or no, I changed it to Mittens. And the owner wants to know exactly where Mittens is. Where is Mittens? What is Mittens doing? Having a little rendezvous? Are they having a date with another cat? I mean, hopefully Mittens is neutered. If she's not, I need to go get her, so that's what the map is for. I'm adding in some more features like this little bubble to highlight exactly how far away the pet is. I'm kind of struggling to make the bubble. I know there should be some sort of shortcut for this, but I can't be bothered right now. I'll admit it does take a while to have enough practice and experience for UI design to come naturally. I wouldn't even say it comes naturally to me. It's still a learning process. If you've watched my videos, you'd know that I learned through online tutorials, but you know, there's a bunch of online courses you can take to start learning this sort of stuff. And that brings us to today's sponsor. Thank you to Coursera for sponsoring this portion of the video. You've probably heard of Coursera. They offer a bunch of online courses with topics ranging from Greek mythology all the way to how to design your own comic book. If you're anything like me and you have constantly changing obsessive hobbies and skills that you're learning, then this is a great place to start. They also offer the Google UX Design Professional Certificate, helping you learn the basics of UX design, get a good foundation in UX design, and you also get a pretty cool Google certificate upon completion that you can use on your CV or on LinkedIn to help you in your job search. It is a fully online program, so you don't have to worry about heading to a classroom or seeing a teacher. You can do the lessons on your own schedule, on your own timetable. No matter if you work full-time or you're a full-time student, you can go at your own pace. So in the morning before class, you hop on, do a little lesson, or on your lunch break, go on, do a little lesson. At nighttime before bed, while you're watching Harry Potter, you get on and do a little lesson. However, I will say that if you can dedicate 10 hours per week, which I know is less than your screen time, you can finish the whole course in as little as 6 months, which is great if you're looking to build up the basics of UX design rapidly. I've had a look at the lesson plan and I think it's a really, really good place for beginners to get started. I love the way the lessons are broken up into manageable bite-sized pieces, anything from 1 minute up to 20 minutes. There's also animations for visual learners, and I love the discussion forum where other students learning at the exact same time as you can discuss. It feels like you're all classmates. When I was starting to learn UX design, these were the exact topics that I needed to be focusing on in order to upskill and get a good portfolio started so that I could start applying to jobs with the portfolio and get my foot in the door. If you check out the link in my description, you can get a free 7-day trial. No commitment, no strings attached. You can just get started with that trial. If you like it, you can keep going with it. If you do try the program, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of it. Yeah, let's get back to work. You can see this is the moment where I didn't like the style anymore. I start going around changing all the lines of everything, changing the color scheme. I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a refined look. It just wasn't giving what I wanted it to give, you know? I also added this little pre-screen to prompt you to add your pet, like a sort of introduction to the app before you've entered the home screen or anything. This pops up. I had this picture of this little dog and cat, but it just felt sad. I feel like an orphan cat and an orphan dog. So I swapped that out for this cute little dog by himself, and he just looks so much happier. Back to the main dashboard home screen, I'm just refining a couple things. Here is the new version. This probably won't be the final version either. I chose the main color as purple, and you can see I changed over the bottom navigation buttons to green. I think it's important all your buttons are the same color so they're not confused with other things that aren't clickable. So that's why I'm changing colors around here. I also decided to add in the Shiba Inu, I think it's a Shiba Inu, Nobu, and his location at home next to the owner marker, so you can see both pets' location, and I'm starting a full screen location page. So you click on that little map and it'll open into the full screen where you can see the map and the route the pet has taken to get to where they are. I was inspired by the Nike Run Club app for this, as well as Google Maps obviously, but I like the way the Nike Run Club app shows the route you took, and it has the sort of hot and cold points of the parts of the route that you were going really fast on or the parts that you slowed down. I love that feature, but I didn't really think it was necessary here. I also put Mittens in the cemetery. I can just picture Mittens walking about the cemetery by herself. She's deep. She thinks about her mortality. She's writing in her journal, Elena Gilbert style. I also added a start navigation button in case you just want to quickly navigate to your pet. Again, inspired by Google Maps. Many hours later, and after much procrastinating, I'm actually recording this the following day. I have something that looks like this. I have the intro screen, the dashboard, the activity page, the full screen map, the profile of the pet and information about them, and then the schedule including upcoming vet appointments and feeding and nutrition. Then I just go ahead and make some pretty mock-ups, something that you post to Dribbble where you can hardly see any of the features and it's very vague and abstract but just looks stunning. If I actually add this to my portfolio, I'll go into the process of the design and more technical stuff, but right now we're just enjoying how pretty and beautiful it looks. And that is the finished result. Let me know if you like the first mock-up or the second mock-up better in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!